Let's go back to this guy. First of all, I got to say, remember, he's not Gen Z, right? But he's banking a hell of a lot on him in Meta because it makes perfect sense. If I was slinging this to Meta or to Gen Z, I'd say, look, man, they're social media natives. We know that. They love gaming. They're always gaming with the gaming stuff. They're always online. It just makes perfect sense. And, by the way, I heard this goofy guy at the Burrell conference talk about in real life versus an online life. Dude, we could cash in on that online life. We'll blow it up for them. It'll be awesome. But remember, first of all, these guys are more fiscally cautious. They're going to wait a little bit and see what happens. You can't just pump them for money right now. And they're more savvy to hype. They understand that. They've seen it coming. And they already have an online life. I haven't heard, and maybe I'm wrong, we can ask them, I haven't heard somebody say, oh man, I can't wait to build up my online life with Meta. And they have a guarded outlook on crypto. I'm not saying they aren't investing or they aren't interested. They're just making sure they understand what happens first. So and this final one, smartphones. Remember, for these guys, smartphones aren't the end. They're a tool. They're a means to an end. So when they finally asked Gen Z, hey, do you think the metaverse is the next big thing will be becoming part of our lives in the next decade? What percentage of them said yes? 38%. 48% for millennials. That's his target. So, just wanted to bring that up. And the future is closer than you think. Why? Let's switch ourselves over to Main Street, because that's why we're here, talking about local advertisers and Main Street. What percentage of local advertisers hired for marketing roles in 2021? 35%. Now, this isn't overall businesses. This is from our SMB panel and our survey. So we're talking to local businesses. 35% hired some, maybe not a full-time employee, but someone to do some kind of marketing in 2021. How does hiring marketing advertising roles compare to hiring for other positions and tasks? Well, it's all over. Some say it's easy, some say it's harder, some say it's no different. So there's nothing really there any particular way. Percent of local advertisers who considered finding qualified marketing candidates easy, how many of these people who hired said it was easy? 55%. Okay, so it's easy. It's not any real, depends, could be harder to find somebody, and a lot of them are finding, a lot of them hired, 35%. Know what percent said they're going to hire in 2022? 40% of local advertisers claim there's at least a 50-50 chance, if not better, that I'm going to hire somebody for marketing. Here's what they're looking for, and yes, I blacked out the first one there. This, when we give them a series of possible things they're looking for in marketing roles, this is what they said was important. How you read this, look at the creative thinking one, the second one down. 63% of local businesses said, man, creative thinking is important in the marketing role I'm looking for, while 12% said it is the most important thing. All right? Now, remember what I said about Gen Z and what they're really good at. What do you think the number one thing here is? So, if you're a local business, and that was your most crucial thing, who would you hire? Makes sense, right? So, what does all of this mean? Gen Z is here. Yay, Gen Z. They're here, they're a force. And they've brought all of those things and all of that experience they've had in the past 10 years to bear, and they're going to bear, and will bear in marketing. And you're going to have a panel of them up here this afternoon, and we really do want engaged. We want dialogue. We want for you guys to ask questions of these people. They are excited to be here, and they will ask any question you pose to them. So start thinking, start writing. They're bringing their experience to marketing, not advertising. And you'll hear that if you start to quiz them about advertising. Listen to their answers. And it's more about marketing than it is advertising. They are natural content creators. They've been doing it since a very young age. And they don't see themselves as entitled, but rather, like I said, everyone's entitled, right? Because how I grew up, online, find my own clique, understand we all share ideas. Yeah, again, there's some dark moments there, but an ideal situation, and certainly what they want and expect in a workplace, is everybody collaborates. We're all kind of on the same page. Listen to them when they talk about how they get projects done and who wears what hats. You're going to see it isn't so siloed. That when I grew up or in corporate America, boy, this team didn't talk to this team, and there were walls everywhere. These guys are going to break down those walls. And one word, digital. It's digital. That's what's important to these guys, and that's where they live. So, I thank you, and so does this guy. Thank you, that's all I have.